Guess what? I found a way to get into my messages. Apparently you can only get into messages if someone, like, actually messages you. So, there was one guy that I really wanted to read this out loud to you guys. Hi, I was watching a couple of your videos, and after having watched the video you uploaded back in June, I felt the urge to contact you to share some thoughts with you about life with IC. Perhaps you may find something of value from what I have to say. I do not have IC, my girlfriend does. For some time she's been fighting constant battles with UTIs and other similar ailments, but towards the end of 2012 it started getting worse. She did what most women do in a situation like this, go see a doctor and find out what's going on. They would prescribe her with different antibiotics and reassure her that it was nothing more than a UTI. After a while, the meds would stop working and it would leave her very frustrated and also a little scared. It wasn't until then that we began our own journey into learning about what could be wrong with her. And after conducting a lot of research, both together and individually, we both felt that she had IC since her symptoms fit. So we started by learning about it and finding out everything on the internet in terms of free information. We learned about demonose, heard about alkalizing food and water, tried other different kinds of natural supplements, pelvic floor exercises and massage, and changed her diet based on the people we found on various forums, who can be very negative, by the way. Some things would help more than others, but it wasn't until she started having the flares that things got very bad. One night in February, she had a very severe flare, and it left her in pretty bad shape, and I hope to never see her like that again. It was then that I started really devoting a lot more time to finding a way to help her, because I didn't want to see her, I didn't want her to have to feel this way for years and years like other women who seem to submit to a life accepting their illness without hoping of getting rid of it. This is just an overview of the story so you can understand where I'm coming from. I'd like to share with you a few things regarding some of what you have said during the videos back in June. Seeing my girlfriend have to endure all of this has been one of the most challenging things I've ever had to go through in my life. Not just because she's hurting and it kills me to see her suffer, but because of the overall toll this has taken on our relationship. Most guys will not be able to handle this unless they have an honest and true desire to be with you. Yes, in a way this can be a blessing because this will weed out any guy who isn't worth your time. But it also can be challenging too, and I feel that it's a point not often talked about when it should be, as IC has been known to end more than one relationship. I see this not in a discouraging way, but so you can understand how we, as men, feel having to also bear the weight that this illness causes. What man wants to see a woman in this pain, or not be able to live the lives the way they did before? It hurts so much seeing the one person I love suffer such a horrible way without being able to do anything else but just hold her and beg God to help her. I don't know if you've ever had a flare that severe, but I really hope you haven't. I didn't know completely what was going on with her. All I knew is that she was in pain and it wasn't getting any better. I knew going into the relationship that she had some issues, but when it turned into this, I had to make some discussion of myself and figure out what I wanted to do. I lost my place. I have no choice in the matter, as she means more to me than I could ever express. So I will stay by her side and watch her beat this. I noticed in your recent videos that you have mentioned some positive things about your relationships, and I hope it continues. But just remember that any man who sticks by you through this does so knowingly and willingly. In my research, I ultimately found somebody who has helped my girl with her healing. Dr. Matia Brizman. She practices Chinese and Eastern medicine and has had numerous experiences with treating IC. Many people found her either most of their symptoms have cleared up or in some cases gone away completely. Here is her website, which I'll put in the link below. I don't know where you're from, but she also offers over-the-phone consultations and can send you any of her prepared herbs through the mail. I am not trying to market anything, but you will definitely hear about her if you continue your research online. I am only suggesting her because my girlfriend has found a lot of healing on her treatment plan, and I think you may benefit by talking to her as well. Here's something for you to consider. Not sure if you found this during your learning. Part of the issue with IC is the amount of candida in your system. Candida is a type of fungus that can live in your system, which has a direct correlation with IC. It's worth the time to find out more about. You'd be surprised at how this can wreak havoc on your health. I'll stop right there for a quick second. Candida, yes. If you have a high candida diet, or candida in your diet, it will definitely cause you pain and ailment. I don't, but I did have a high amount of gluten and bleached flours and yeast in my diet that I had to cut down. So that's another thing as well. He says, try drinking spring water. You'll be surprised at how it can help you. That's pretty cool. For me, I stick with alkaline water, but going back and forth wouldn't hurt either. Spring water is a good idea. I didn't even really think about that. Purified water I thought about. I guess it's kind of similar. The same thing. I commend you for your desire to learn and grow. Don't give up. I'll send my girlfriend the videos you've made. Perhaps you two can help each other with what you've learned. Plus, I think you two will have some interesting theories to share with each other, and your paths are similar. It would seem having IC has an interesting side effect. You learn so much more about your body and about real health. Oh, the irony. I wish you the best of luck.